What's up, everyone? Welcome to the first episode of the Queensway Youth Podcast. I'm David.
I'm Courtney.
I'm Amy.
I made it.
Let's get straight into it. So today we're just going to be talking about a quick little topic. It's a big one. Why am I stressed? So we've broken down it into three smaller questions that we're going to discuss today. So the first of those questions is who/what causes the stress? Take it away.
So I would say school, and I would group school into kind of two categories at the moment. I would say post-secondary applications, acceptances, trying to figure out who to accept, where to go. And then I would also say just like current school, I'm trying to obtain grades.
Oh, I feel that for sure. Does anybody else have anything else to add on that?
Yeah, I say school is one of like my main stress causing thing. At school we have like to get tested for corona, and I say that's pretty stressful because you never know. You get stressed because maybe you do have corona, maybe you've been in contact, and that's just stressful.
Aiden, you got anything to add to that?
I say myself, dude, because like school, most of the time it's all handleable. It's just me, because I don't handle stuff myself. I'm always getting distracted, whether it be games or movies or TV. So it usually just falls upon myself.
Yeah, bro, I feel that for sure. I understand that 100%. But that leads us into our next question. What do you guys think are some bad ways that you've actually dealt with the type of stress that's come with school, or if it's yourself or not?
Yeah, I would say procrastinating. Sometimes you procrastinate because you're feeling stressed, so you're trying to avoid feeling even more stressed, and that just leads to having either like a big assignment due and you only have a few hours to do it, or you have a whole bunch of assignments that you're needing to complete in a short time span. And I would say like as much as like inside of you you're like, oh, I don't want to, I'm feeling stressed already, I don't want to feel that anymore. You kind of have to do it because procrastinating definitely doesn't help.
I'd say procrastinating is one of the things that stresses me out a lot more because I procrastinate because I'm stressful, and because I'm procrastinating, I get more stressed, and it's a whole cycle.
Same thing for me, I guess. Yeah, I do that a lot, and then I also get like super angry at everything for not turning out my way, and yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel that one too. Do you guys have any specific examples where that's actually happened to you and it's been really bad, or even just a small one?
I mean, recently I've been procrastinating more. And I would say it's definitely because I'm feeling stressed and I don't want to add to it. And so I've kind of had to try and navigate this new way of that my body's kind of been trying to deal with stress by saying like, let's put it off. Let's put it off. It's like fight or flight, right? Your body is either gonna fight or it's gonna flight, or it could even just stand still. And I feel like at the moment that's just kind of where I'm at. I'm kind of standing still, and it's definitely not helping. It's contributing to more stress, more late nights, which then lack of sleep leads to more stress, and so it's kind of this bad cycle.
Yeah. So, well, that leads us into another question. Has there ever been a time where you've actually eliminated the stress? And if you have, how did you do it?
Well, something that helps me kind of de-stress a little is going on walks, because I can just think with my thoughts, or just enjoy my company with my dog.
I feel that because I definitely feel like going outside helps to just take a break and give your brain a rest. And for some reason going outside just makes you kind of just feel better.
For me, it's never there. I never really feel stressed. I don't know. It's weird because like I'm never stressed. I'm just really angry all the time. And yeah, the way to cope with that is I listen to some music, very loud guitars.
Yeah, I know. I feel that for sure. I always be listening to music or getting some fresh air and stuff like that. Stuff always helps me with stuff like my stress. So then, Aiden, you were talking about more how you don't get stressed, but more angry. Do you think there's like ever been a time where you've just been so angry that you actually procrastinated so much that you never actually did the thing you were trying to do? And then
Definitely.
how did that affect you? And like, do you think that changed you in any way?
Uh, I have done that. I haven't really noticed any change out of it. Mostly just, I guess I would say better time management because that's usually the problem is. I usually get distracted by like some friends or something, and that messes with my time, which I don't really have because of how school is running, which is you, and that school is also the main thing because there are all these big assignments and there isn't much time. So it's usually just me like wasting my time on something else. And then I get angry at myself for just wasting that time.
Well, yeah, well, it's good to know that you can actually deal with those things and you guys have actually found ways to deal with them. Um, if you can go into detail, anyone really, about one of the times that actually helped you a lot and how it, like I just asked Aiden, how it actually helped you more in the future to kind of deal with the stress slash anger even better.
I would say like planning. I think it's really easy to try and keep it all in your head and be like, I have this, do this day, that, do that day. And I think just putting it in writing or even like typing it out somewhere, having it like where you can visually see everything that you have to accomplish. Because I think if you're just putting it, if you're just keeping it in your head, it can become very overwhelming because your head's just gonna probably end up spinning because you're like, I have all this stuff to accomplish. But then when you write it out and you can actually see it, it makes you feel better. And I definitely find that like having a planner, setting time aside to write in that planner, because that's the other thing. Um, and it doesn't need to be like fancy because I think that's the other thing is like sometimes we become stressed about our planners and it's like, no, you just need a piece of paper, need like, something open in your notes app to just write it out so that it's not all stuck in your head. And I feel like that's what's helped me.
Yeah, no, that's really awesome. Does anybody else have anything to add on that?
Nothing.
No, can't think of
Hey,
anything.
hey, well, that's good. Well, it's really good to know that you guys know good, great ways to actually combat the stress. Um, is there like, do you guys think that it's better to talk to someone about it, or do you think it's better to just kind of deal with it on your own? And either way, how does it affect you? Like, is it good or bad?
For me, it's easier on my own.
Can you go into
Just
depth about that?
well, yeah, it's easier to know that I don't have to wait on anybody to help me with anything. It makes me feel better because I get to know that at least I'm better. That I'm better by myself than with help. Like, I don't know, something about that. It just kind of makes me feel bad about myself knowing that I have to rely on someone else to help me with something.
I mean, for me, it's the opposite. When I'm by myself and I'm stressed out, I kind of end up spiraling. I become even more stressed because I'm thinking about everything. And sometimes I just need that person to come and pull me out for a few minutes and be like, breathe. It's going to be okay. You're going to survive. So I definitely feel like having someone who knows that, you're stressed out is helpful because if you're just sitting in it, it kind of can just stew and get worse. So I would say for me, having people who know that I'm stressed, even just letting my teachers know and saying, I have a lot going on right now, I'm feeling the stress, can you help me? I usually don't ask for extensions, but that is an option. You could always ask a teacher, I've got all this going on this week, is there any way that I can have like an extra day? So yeah, I find talking to people very helpful.
Personally, I find both of them very helpful, kind of in between. Like, I like staying my own thoughts sometimes. It kind of helps me like relax and think about it. And then sometimes my relaxing and thinking about it just freaks me out. And so I have to go to someone to like tell me I'm okay. Like, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah, Courtney, I really agree with what you just said. Personally, I find it very useful to go to teachers and stuff like that. Uh, Purely just because whether asking for some help or asking for an extension date, it just really helps me out personally, and I really enjoy doing that because I find that way it just takes a lot of stress off of me as well. But that's probably going to do it. We've talked a lot about stress and how we could deal with some of the stress. But coming up in episode 2, we will be talking about how we can use our faith and put it into action by not just using it to cope with the stress, but to overcome it as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any ideas or are interested in being a guest on the show, make sure to DM me, Ebby, or Pastor Brennan. We'd love to have you. We're looking to get a lot of people involved with this in the future. But before you guys leave, I just want to do a quick prayer. Dear God, thank you so much for this day and your many blessings. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to do this podcast. And thank you so much for helping us deal with our stress and to get this message out there. In your name I pray, amen. But yes, without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing April break. Peace.